So now that you know the basics of functions, let's do some practice. So I'm going to give you a prompt. You should read the prompt, pause the video, and try it for yourself. And then I will show you the solution. So first prompt is write a void function, greet user, that prints hello name. Welcome to OpenWise Learning. So pause the video now and try. All right, so this will look very similar to our previous function called greet. We're gonna define greet user. We have a parameter of name, and it's going to be a string, and it's going to return none because it's a void function, and we are going to print hello name. Welcome to OpenWise Learning. Okay, so we're going to do the function call now. Greet user and say Drew. Okay, all right. Next, write calculate average. You can take 3 scores. It's going to return a float, which is going to be the average of those 3 scores. So pause the video and try it yourself. All right, let's clear this and try this. I'm going to define calculate average score 1, which is going to be a float, score 2, which is a float, and score 3, which is also a float. And we are going to return a float. Instead of doing this in 2 lines, where we create a variable called average and then do the calculation and return the calculation, we can just do this in 1 line. So we're going to say return score 1 plus score 2 plus score 3 divided by 3. If you remember, that's how we do averages. Okay, so we define our function, and now we can call our function. And again, just for brevity, instead of creating a variable, I'm just going to call it inside of the print function. So say the average of 3, 4, and 5 is 4 and 5. Okay, now note that I sent it over integers and it still returned a float. The result of division is always a float, but the way that I should have called this is 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. Result is basically the same. All right, next, num1, num2, num3. Print the largest number using the max built-in function. Now you might need to go and look up how the max function works. And that's fine. Programmers look up things all the time. So you do a Google search, or you can look at one of the cheat sheets that we provided to you. Take a moment to do that. Pause the video. All right, here's a possible solution for the prompt. So we have 3 variables, num1, num2, num3. And you can define these on separate lines, or you can define them on the same line by just defining the variable num1, num2, and num3 separated by commas, and then assign them separated by commas. So it's a 5, 12, and 8. Now we can print out the max of those 3, the maximum number, max num1, num2, num3. Okay. All right, next, we're going to calculate area of circle. It will take in 1 parameter, a float called radius. It'll return a float, and it'll use a variable called pi, which is set to 3.14, and it will return the area of a circle. So pause the video now and try this out. All right. Let's clear and try this one out. So we're going to define calculate area circle radius. It'll be the parameter. It'll be a float. It'll return a float. We're going to define a variable called pi, 3.14, and then we're going to return area of the circle. So if you remember, the area of the circle is pi times the radius squared. And the way that we square it is star star, if you remember. Okay, function is defined. Now we can call the function print area. And this time I'm not going to use fancy, because it's usually a little bit easier just to do it this way. Call the function calculate area circle and give it a radius of 5.0, and there it is. All right, next we are going to write a function calculate discounted price. We're going to take in 2 parameters, original price, which is going to be a floating number, and the discount percentage, which is going to be an integer, and we are going to return a floating point number. And the formula we're going to use is the original price minus the original price times the discount. All right, now it's clear and get to work. Defining function calculate discounted price. First one, which is going to be a float, discounted percent, which is an integer, and we are going to return a float. So make this a little bit smaller so it doesn't wrap around. Hopefully you can still see that. All right, now you're going to return original price minus original price times discounted percent divided by 100. Okay, the function is defined, and make this a little bit bigger again. A little wrap around it there, but that's fine. And a print discount. You can call the function now counted price, and we'll say the price is $49.99, and let's say the discount is 10%. Okay, so the discounted is discounted to $44.99. All right. Our final problem here is going to write banner, which will have the parameters message or SG, which is a string, width, which is an integer with a default value of 40, and fill, which will be a string with a default value of star. This will be a void function that prints a message centered inside a line of fill with a total width. It's a bit of a challenge problem, but you have everything you need to solve this one. So pause the video and try this one. Okay, so let's clear our space here in the shell, and let's try this one out. Find a function banner. We're going to have a message. It's going to be a string with, it's going to be an integer, and the default value is going to be 40. A fill, which is going to be another string, and the default value is going to be star, and it's a void function, so it's not going to return anything. We are going to use, you're going to define a variable called space, and we're going to say space is going to be the width that we received minus the length. And we're going to use a len function to get the length of the string. I say left equals space divided by 2. Now when we do two division symbols, this rounds this gives us an integer return. You want to say the right is space minus left. And now we're going to print the fill times left plus the message plus fill times right. Now when we call banner with only message, it will look like this. But if we get some arguments to replace the default parameters when we call it, say the width is 10 and the fill is dash, it'll look something like this. All right, that's it for this video and functions. Next, we are going to talk about control flow and specifically conditional statements.